I'll let you have the last word, Denny, other than to say that this is not a new idea, right? 20 years ago, Fred Blosser made this proposal. And the difference between, the fundamental difference, there were reasons why, but the fundamental reason why it was not right then was because it would have created one of the top 50 high schools in the country in terms of size. And my statement about size not mattering, that's really, really big. We're nowhere close to that same scenario as we talked about some of the statistics. And so I wanted to say with respect to the ideas, you know, this is not something that's, and I have had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Blosser and hear some of his thoughts.
I certainly didn't want to have the last word. It can surprise some people. Yeah, first of all, thank you for the invitation today, and thank you to the board. You know, these decisions are never easy, and it takes leadership to lead a community into conversation and decisions. And you know, I'm a great believer of timing. You know, maybe 20 years ago, it wasn't the time to do this. But speaking from my position with the Chamber, Canton City Schools has always been and is today a very important product of this community. And as you mentioned oil and gas before and the Hall of Fame Village, I would continue to encourage you, Adrian, to talk to the business community about the needs of the business community, because those are the jobs and the opportunities for our children. And you know, a lot was put into this campus by the state and by the community. And it's an asset for our city. It's an asset for our downtown. We have been working diligently to make sure our downtown is thriving and is an integral part of the growth of the community. You mentioned Hall of Fame Village. I think Hall of Fame Village is one of the greatest ideas I've heard in my 34 years here. I would encourage conversations with the Hall of Fame as to how the high school, how the school system can participate. We're at a point in our community with a lot of opportunities, and we need to make sure our kids, our school systems that give us a great deal of pride are in the focus also of how the community comes together, not just for scholastics, not just for sports, but in building the community and taking the community into the future. So thank you very much for the invitation.